Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Tekkit tutorial by this weird gamer. Today with me, I have furry ears because I am not too keen on how to do this. Basically, what we're doing today is looking into how to make an autocraft and how to use it. So, Furry is going to help me explain you how to use it, or how to create it even. So what you're going to need, and again, you can all look up these recipes yourselves. On the NEI, so once you've got the NEI open, just click R on it, or if you're in recipe mode, just click on it and you should get it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, you need 3 ME assembler containment wall, 32, why did I say 3? 32 of these. You need 24 heat vents. You need 4 pattern providers, 4 crafting CPUs, 1 pattern encoder, 1 crafting monitor, and some blank patterns. And Furry's gonna take them because he's the one to build this thing for us. So what we have set up here is just a simple ME system with a terminal and some storage and obviously the controller, otherwise it wouldn't work. And onto that you can connect the Autocrafter, which Furry is gonna show us how to build.
Yay, furries time. Right. I've got stuff that Alex just gave me, so I can build this thing. I've also got additional ones because I wasn't sure I was going to have enough. So as you can see in my inventory, I've got all the bits we need. So we need to build containment walls and heat vents to start with. And I tend to go for the same size when I build these, but the minimum requirement you need is 1 crafting CPU and 1 pattern provider. That's the minimum specification for one of these boxes. But I tend to go for 4 crafting CPUs and 4 pattern providers because that gives me a lot more speed with the crafting, and you need the speed with the crafting.
And that means you'll need a 4 inside area of 2 by 2 by 2, which is 8 blocks because you have 4 of each, which pretty much makes sense.
You build the outside wall like this. These are the outside wall bits, and then you need
containment wall.
Yep, the heat vents which dissipate the heat. And all 4 sides need to be populated, but obviously
6.
you can't do.
Right.
Yeah, all 6 of the 4 sides needs to be populated, but you can't do the last bit because you obviously need to put stuff inside it. So then we get our crafting CPUs, which are here, and we have 4 of these bad boys in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have our pattern provider. I've got 2 types of pattern things, so it's hard for me to pick which one. Pattern providers. We have 4 of those. Oops, and they go in there like that. And then you close up with the heat vents. So you go heat vent. No, you go heat vent, heat vent, heat vent, heat vent like that, and then it just jumps into this shape, and that means you've done it right.
Yeah. And
it's linked up to our system there, no problem. And if you right-click on it, you see 4 pages of empty slots, which are the pattern providers. That's where you keep all your patterns, but you need some patterns to go in there. And you get your patterns with the pattern encoder. Now the pattern encoder, where is it? I've got it here somewhere, there it is a standalone unit. It doesn't actually need to attach to the system. So we will pop our pattern encoder down there, like that. And then we need to give it a recipe. If you see here, we've got a standard crafting window, and then you've got an output, and then you encode your blanks, which I've got blank stack of blanks. We'll put all the blanks in there. They go in at the top slot at the top there. So if we get some wood out of here, we just need 4 pieces of wood. No, we'll make chests. We'll make chests, that's what we'll make. We need to set up a recipe for a chest. So we click on the pattern encoder, we give it the recipe for a chest like that, and it shows it over here as a result of what you're going to make, and you encode that, and there you've got an ME encoded pattern crafts 1 chest with 8 wood planks like that. You don't lose anything by doing this. It doesn't take all of this out. You can clear that away and you've lost nothing. So if you go over to your crafting terminal thingy, your crafting box here, your auto assembler, and you put your crafting recipe in it, it shows you've got 1 chest in there. Excellent. Now if we go over to the monitoring system here and click on the ME terminal, it shows you've got chests in there as a craftable item. And if you click on that, you can say how many you want. You can do a stack, or you can just do one, but we'll just do 10. It's probably got enough wood in there to do 10, and we will begin. And off it goes, and it's made us all the chests we need. It was made in 11, in fact, for some
Yeah,
reason.
because I made one as well.
Okay, fair enough. And we've still got 32 planks left. So now, if we ask it to make, if we take all those out and ask it to make a load more, let's make it stack. There again, and it's going to stop. It's used up all the wood, and it's stopped crafting. But we don't necessarily know that's what it's done. So there is a block, which we have got somewhere, the crafting monitor. And if we throw that down, that shows us what it's currently crafting. Obviously, it probably needs to catch up. Okay, that's excellent. So we can now request furnaces. So if we go furnaces, how much cobblestone have we got in there? Quite a bit. Let's take quite a bit of that out. There we go.
Order some furnaces. Begin.
Yep. So you've ordered lots of furnaces there, and it's stopped.
Yep.
So if we click on the crafting monitor, it says it's currently working on the furnace. It's using cobblestone, but it's missing cobblestone. So you can see at a glance what your object is stalled on. If you've got multiple ingredients, it will tell you which ingredient is missing. And so you just need to provide it with more of that, and it will carry on. So if I just chuck the cobblestone back in there, it should then have finished. Yep, there it goes.
And now it says again that it's missing some, but you see it's only trying to craft 40 more furnaces after it's already done 24 now.
You placed a massive order, didn't you?
Yeah, I placed a stack.
Yeah.
Who doesn't need a stack of furnaces, you know?
So that is your auto crafting system in a nutshell.
Alright, so now we are going to look into how to add things like powered furnaces and pulverizers to the Autocrafter, so it doesn't only auto-craft, but it also auto-smelts and auto-pulverizes. So Furry is going to talk you through how to add that.
Right, my turn again. So we're going to need pulverizer, powered furnace. Obviously you can do this with any external type device. You just need to think through exactly how you're going to wire it all up and plumb it all together, because it can get a little bit complicated at times. Whoop, there we go. So we need that, and at the top of that is going to be a pulverizer up there, like so. And then on the bottom of that we need a powered furnace. We'll just split them so we've got them. There we go, and a powered furnace. And can you set them up for me? So that the top one drops down into the bottom one, and the output is on the bottom of the top one, and the input's on the top of the top one, sort of thing.
Okay.
Thank you kindly, and I will go and get some cables and stuff. So, to do the pulverizing, we're just basically, what we're going to put into this is all our ores that we've got stored in the system. We've got some iron ore stored in the system there, and we just need to feed that straight into there, dump it, because we don't want to keep iron ore. Iron ore's pointless. So we're going to use a fuzzy export bus.
Ooh.
And to get it back in, we're going to use a basic import bus. The basic import bus will just pull anything. The fuzzy export bus will only export stuff that you tell it to export. Okay, so we need wires up to the top and the bottom. On top of this, we will have the fuzzy export bus. Always think export, because you're importing into this, but you're exporting from the storage system.
Yep.
So you slap your fuzzy... Oh, that's random. Thank you kindly for hitting that. You can turn these things with the crescent hammer or any other tools that work like the crescent hammer, a standard wrench would do. And then we'll put the import bus, because we're importing back into the storage system, on the bottom. It's just a basic import bus. And could you... Thank you. Getting a bit carried away there. Getting a bit carried away. There we go.
Yeah.
So now we are going to export into the top and import out of the bottom. So if we if we go and grab one lump of iron, like so, iron ore, and we go over to the fuzzy export bus on top, you've got slots, and you can put anything in these slots, and they will be exported into whatever block this is pointing at. So if you want all your diamonds in one chest somewhere, you just put a diamond in here, and they'll all be exported out of the system straight into that chest. But we're just going to put our iron ore in there. It doesn't use it up, it just takes a copy of it. So now our iron is being pushed into this pulverizer. Like so, you see, out of the system into the pulverizer, where it's being pulverized and then cooked into iron and then being imported straight back in, and we should already be getting iron or
Yep.
iron bars in the system. We'll just dump that iron in there as well,
Nice.
and it's working through and doing all that automatically for us. So you can just run your quarry straight into your storage system, and it will auto process your ores for you. Isn't that absolutely diddly fantastic? Now we want to do some controlled processing. So we want to specify what we want to happen to these things. So we're going to use a powered furnace as an example. And to
Yep.
feed into this one, we are going to use an ME interface, which interfaces with any type of block. As long as it's a block that has a inventory and can store like a pulverizer or a powered furnace, then you can interact with it. So we'll just put the export bus on the bottom, like so. Oh no, the import bus on the bottom. I got that wrong, didn't I? It's because we're importing into the storage system. Connect it up like that, and then on the top, we put the ME interface on top like so, and then we just hook that up with the same cables. Oops, like so. It looks like Alex has been populating our fuzzy export bus here with other ore types, which is just fantastic. So that's auto processing any types of ores now. So now we're going to want to put in this ME interface here at the bottom, you've got a processing section here. And in here you can put patterns like we put in the Autocrafter. And they're not standard crafting recipes. If we want to cook some glass, if we want to make glass a craftable item, we can get a block of sand, and we'll need some glass, which we have got in here, I believe. Yep, lump of glass there. And we go to our pattern encoder and we say, put the sand in there. And there's no recipe for that. So it says, I don't know what I'm doing with this. Help. So you can put what you actually want into the output and encode that. So you've got crafts 1 glass with 1 sand. And then that's just been snatched away from me there. And then we put that in the processing slot of our ME interface here, like that. There we go. And we can make glass in this system. So we now have the option in our storage system of craftable glass. So we can just click on that and say, yeah, can I have 10 pieces of glass, please? Begin. You could have an induction furnace and have two feeds into the induction furnace and just be making hardened glass. You can attach any system that has an inventory like a powered furnace to this system with these, either the import buses or with the interface if you want a specific recipe. So you can auto-craft loads of stuff, and if you're making something where glass is an ingredient and you've got your glass system set up over there, it will, as long as you've got sand in here, it will make the glass prior to going over to the Autocrafter and putting it all together for you.
That's awesome.
It is fully automatic and very, very good.
Alright, so that was pretty much it for the Autocrafter and auto smelting and stuff like that. If you've got any more questions, you can either leave a comment, but it would probably better to just go and ask Furry somehow, because he knows about this stuff. I don't. I kind of know now after the tutorial. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Check out Furry Is World. His channel will be somewhere on the annotation if I remember. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and see you next episode.